Call Santos.
Calling Santos TCC.
Yeah,
What's going on?
I got a moving, but there's still something stuck in the bottom of this trailer or the dumpster that is not right. Once I dump it, because I think there's so much weight on this bitch, I'll figure out and call you back. But I'm moving. I'm moving.
Okay, tenfold. What you taking it to the brush dump, right?
Huh?
You going to the brush
No,
dump?
this is concrete and bullshit. This is the shit from 30 seconds.
You say it's concrete in there?
I think no. Boards and doors and plywood. I don't know what's in
Okay.
the bottom. I can't see.
Okay, tenfold.
Now, once I get it dumped, I can tell you what's in the bottom.
Yeah, once you get it dumped, let me know how much it was.
Yeah, I will.
All right, tenfold.
And then I'll figure out why the dumpster don't want to go in and out right. There's something wrong. Once I figure it out, I'll let you know.
All right, tenfold.
Okay.
I hate that nigga. I know you do. I hate that nigga over time, man. You just touched 10 million views. That nigga ain't give me $1. God. And then I just found out. So I said, okay, homie, if you're not gonna give me nothing, I got some people in Atlanta that's working with children. Can you donate something to their organization? I just found out, nigga, like 2 weeks ago, he gave them $250. Oh wow. It is. Yeah, come on, my nigga.
Sick of repainting your house.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Just dropping in, man. You know, it's gonna be the last day we shooting in this studio. I just rented this whole building out. So we finna move this studio to another location, right? But I was in here today because I had a few magazines to send out. And like I tell everybody, man, if you got a loved one doing time in prison, send them a copy of Street Elements magazine. You know, it's nothing like hearing your name doing mail call. If you got a loved one in prison, hearing your name doing mail call is priceless. I can't even tell you what it does to somebody to really hear their name, regardless of news, bad or good. But just to receive some type of mail, it always lets somebody that's doing time in prison, let somebody know on the outside is thinking about them, basically. So I'm in here today. I got 5 magazines to send out today. Actually 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 6 magazines that I'm sending out today. If you got a loved one doing time, hey, inside this magazine, you get a lot of good content. For one, I have articles inside of here to kind of keep people out of prison. One of the main articles that I always publish is my 3 tips how to stay out of prison. I have 3 tips how to stay out of prison. That's one of my main articles that I always publish inside the Street Elements magazine. Now we know we got to have them babies in there. Come on, we got to have them babies in there. For real. You know what I'm saying? Them babies got to be in there. Man, I don't know. I can't tell you that I ain't from Cypress Hill. You know, but anyway, if you got a loved one doing time in prison, send them a copy of Street Elements magazine. Like I was telling the guys on TikTok, man, there's a lot of guys that's in prison who don't know how to read. There's a lot of guys in prison who do not know how to read. Nah, that's not Lowrider. It's Street Elements magazine. And there's a donk on the front cover. This magazine is shipped out to state and federal prisons. This is the #1 magazine publication in the nation. If you have a loved one that's doing time, like I say, it's a lot of guys in prison who do not know how to read. But if you send them a magazine, you send them a book or something like that, sometimes it kickstart them to start reading. You feel me? It kickstart them to start reading. Like this book right here. I had this book with me in state prison, and when I went to the feds, I had the same book sent back to me again. This book is a powerful book. So what I'm saying is a lot of people that's doing time in prison, most of them start reading while they in prison. So to kickstart them, send them a copy of Street Elements magazine. And this gonna kickstart them because I have great articles in here. I have articles about real estate, business, credit, all type of stuff. You know, I got the custom cars, I got the babies. You know, come on, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all a little bit. I'm gonna show y'all the inside of a Street Elements magazine. Since y'all want to be nosy today, this is what you're gonna send your people. Now, you know them boys want to see them babies. But we also got some great content. You see, I'm gonna show you what's inside of a Street Elements magazine. I ain't gonna keep it from you no more. All right. Tips for growing a successful business. That's the article, but look at that baby in that picture right there. See, that's gonna get them. They're gonna go to that page and look and see that picture, and then they're gonna wanna read that article. You see? Look, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right. Reading finance, all that stuff that I read when I was up the road, I put some of them same nuggets inside the magazine. But I got that eye candy next to the article to keep them engaged. You see? Why investing in gold is a good idea. That's our article right there. You see? That's our article. You see? So, if you got a loved one doing time, send them a copy of Street Elements magazine. It's going to put a smile on their face like this here. They're going to put a smile on their face like this right here. Because they're going to be the only one on the compound with it. It depends on where it goes, because it's been shipped out to many different spots. You see? They're going to be in many different spots. So if you got a loved one doing time in prison, you send them a copy of the #1 magazine publication in the nation. And it's going to kickstart their reading program. They're going to kickstart their reading program. What's going on? Go ahead and support the magazine. You see what I'm saying? Now, P Diddy need to go ahead and cop out to 240 months. That's what P Diddy need to do. P Diddy need to cop out to 240 months and go and get out the way. If not, they're going to give him a life sentence. Yeah. That's what they need to do. P Diddy need to cop out to 240 months. I'm going to sell you a copy. You got a loved one, send them a copy of Street Elements magazine. You see? If you got a loved one, that's why. Send them a copy of the #1 magazine publication in the nation. You see? Send them a copy. Send them a copy. If you got a loved one doing time in prison, send them a copy of the #1 magazine publication in the nation. You see? Like this book right here. This book shows us, this book's right here breaking it down for everybody. We all start like this in life. You see? We all start right here. We all supposed to become a butterfly. You see? Eventually, we all supposed to become a butterfly, but the majority of us, like the majority of y'all on here, y'all gonna stay right here in life as a caterpillar that's coming across here. You see? Y'all don't want to develop and become no butterfly. Y'all stay right here. You see? Y'all want to stay right there as a caterpillar. But you had the potential to become a butterfly. But the problem is, most people don't know they have this potential. So they stay right here. So they stay right here. Mentally, physically, and spiritually, they stay right here. But your ultimate goal was to become this in life. But you can't get there because your environment won't allow for you to get the proper information to become right here. So you stay a motherfucking caterpillar. You see? You see? That's the problem right there. So if you got a loved one doing time in prison, send them a book. Send them a book. It's going to kickstart their reading program. Most guys are in prison, don't know how to read. If you want to help your people, send them a copy of the #1 magazine publication in the nation. And we got them babies in their form. We got them babies in their form. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You know? We got them babies in their form. This is the #1 magazine publication in the nation, man. You see? We got them babies in their form, man. We got some of the baddest chicks in the world in this magazine. I'm talking about in the world, in the whole wide world. You see, we got some of the baddest females in the world inside of a Street Elements magazine. You see? So if y'all tuning in, if you got a loved one in prison, we ship cross seas too. We ship cross seas. Let me show you some more pages. If you got a loved one doing time in prison, or if you just want one for yourself, you know, if you just want one for yourself, for a collector's issue, order one. Go to our website, streetelementsmagazine.com. Go to our website. You see? Go to our website, streetelementsmagazine.com. Order you a copy. And then you'll have what I have in my hand right here. You see what I'm saying? If you got a loved one doing time in prison, send them a copy of the #1 magazine publication in the nation. This is a Latino issue. It's a Latino issue. You see? And we got them babies in here too. See? We got them babies in here, man. Young Timmy. If you got a loved one doing time in prison, send them a copy of the #1 magazine publication in the nation. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. All right? If you got a loved one doing time in prison, it's nothing like hearing your name doing mail call. Send them a copy of Street Elements magazine. You see? You see? Send them a copy of the #1 magazine publication in the nation. This is a throwback issue with Plies back in the days. That's a throwback issue. So if you got a loved one, like I say, man, magazines help guys start to read in prison, man. Some guys in prison can't read. You send them a magazine, they start reading. They start reading, you know. This that convertible bird issue. Hey man, go to my website, Street Elements Magazine. You can send them a copy. We send this federal and state prisons. Federal and state prisons. Federal, state, and federal prisons. The #1 magazine publication in the nation. In the nation. We bigger than the Source. We bigger than XXL. We running the magazine industry. We're the #1 magazine publication in the nation. And we finna take it over. Like I said, we finna take it to the overseas, man. We got a Latino issue. If you're a Latino artist, and you wish to be in the Street Elements magazine, get at me. You in Colombia, Puerto Rico, you know what I'm saying, Panama, get at me. You see? Get at me. We got a Latino issue of the Street Elements magazine, a Latino version of it. You know, if you in Colombia, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, wherever the reggaeton at, listen, man, get at me. Hit me up. Get in contact with me. You say your big brother locked up? Listen, go to my website, Street Elements Magazine. I'm giving you the link. That's it. You just Google Street Elements Magazine. The website gonna pop up. We #1 on Google. It's no other publication with that name. If it is, we need to holler at them. It's the #1 magazine in the nation for the past 16 years. We ship to state and federal prisons. And we'll send them to your house. We'll send them to your house. You feel me? So I'm gonna get up out of here like right now. I got 5 magazines to go send out today because somebody thought about their family member and they thought about sending them some magazines. So I got 3 different individuals getting magazines today because somebody family member thought about them and said, man, I'm gonna send them a copy of Street Elements Magazine. I'm gonna send them a copy of the #1 magazine publication in the nation because all the guys want a copy of a Street Elements Magazine. And like I say, man, it's nothing like hearing your name doing mail calls. Look at, if anybody on this live ever been in prison, just tell me if I'm wrong. Every night around by 8 o'clock, 8:30, everybody running around the dorm trying to find something to read. Trying to find something to read. They don't care if it's a newspaper, magazine, a cowboy book, anything. You feel what I'm saying? Anything. I did 17. Damn, see, he know. I ain't lying. See, that's a dude know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all coming through here don't know. Y'all from another country, whatever. Y'all trying to figure out the lingo. I'm telling you what I know, man. If you ever been in prison around 8 o'clock, 8:30, man, dude's trying to grab anything to read, man. Dude to read over their law work. Then dude gets some, man, dude to read over their law work, read over somebody else's law work. They'll read over newspaper. You could get them a Spanish magazine, they'll read that. You get them a book like this, they'll read this. You see? They'll learn another language in prison. But sometimes you got to kickstart their learning. You got to kickstart their learning. A lot of guys in prison is in a negative environment. They're in a negative environment. So they ain't thinking about picking up no book. They want to go pick up something to smoke, some K2 and geek out. That's what they want to do. But if you send them a magazine, the magazine going to trick them into reading. You see? Because they're going to see the pictures like this, but them pictures got them babies on them and got them nice cars on them. That's going to make them want to read. Then they're going to see T Grizzly right there. They're going to see a rapper holding the magazine. You see? Then they're going to say, man, this is what it is. They're going to want to read this. They're going to want to pass this around to others. And that's when others are going to start reading. So the only way we can help them guys sometime is to give them something that they willing to be involved in. That's like reading. Or a magazine. This is the #1 magazine publication in the nation, man. You ain't gonna find now other magazine put together like this in the world. Now it's important that we each one teach one. So you ain't trying to build nobody up. Each one teach one. If you want them guys to come out this society and be functional, they need to start reading, because reading gonna elevate their mind. Right. Reading's gonna elevate your mind. You see? If you ain't trying to help the next man in any way you can, you tripping. You tripping. You want to be able to help the next man. So if you can give us a publication that can help get them started reading, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on now. You tripping. It's called each one teach one. But they gotta have them babies. You see? This gonna get them influenced to want to read the book, because they gonna see the girls. But then they got nice articles inside the magazine to help them get their mind right. You see? To help get their mind right. You know? Let me see. What chicken, them birds? We ain't got none of them no more. We don't want them birds no more. For real. For real. But anyway, man, I just can't lie, man, to try and get that message out, man. Y'all got a loved one that's doing time in prison. Go ahead and send them a copy of Street Elements magazine. You know, for real. I want y'all to, you know, take my motto is, you know, my motto, make it happen or you capping.